major contributions at this republic state level. Amekuja kwa that level. Even as we you know the nearly 99% of the population we have here who is wale wote tuko hapa tumezaliwa wakati Kenya huyu huko kwa uongozi. Isn't it?
Except me.
You are lot. And therefore when you are writing a critique, always remember you are coming from a time where you do not know the environment which was there at that time when there were interrupts in Eastras here. The whole of this Mombasa Road, both sides, it has been put up when I'm in a government. In fact, the allocations. The allocations, we had a central government plot allocation committee chaired by Gigi Kariuki. And look at the development the way it is now. Now we reach a level that we have this express. Because the population, the vehicles,
too many.
Tarmac here. But here Nairobi, Mombasa, Thika, there was nothing. No.
It's a country that virtually came from the dust.
We have grown very fast. I tell people, if you want to know how much you have grown, compare the Kenya shilling on exchange rate with Uganda, with Tanzania. And in 1976, they were at par. This one here,
of a shilling.
Yes, it has now become a hard currency for the region.
That's true.
Isn't it? Meaning that you've grown very, very well. In terms of education, mumesoma.
Actually, a very interesting fact is that the free primary education introduced by President Mwai Kibaki,
yes,
the lot that entered school and started enjoying free primary education,
yes,
will actually be voting for the first time in this election.
Yes.
The lot that started enjoying the free primary education offered by President Mwai Kibaki, which is one of his biggest legacies, that even when naysayers said it was not possible to have free primary education in Kenya,
I know
President Kibaki made it work.
President Clinton said, I want to go and see that gentleman. Remember he said it,
yes,
that he got surprised on those very hard decisions. But he saw, without education, the country is likely to again start going down. And because during the time from President Moi, there was a bit of a problem on the economy. He did very well at the political level. I quote him. He's the one who said, when I compare myself with Kibaki, he did very well. He has done very well on the economy, but he has not done well in
I think now we're heading
politics.
This is Parliament.
Yes.
That's just how quick the military is.
Precision,
military precision. The execution, of this very particular event is conducted with military precision. Like you can see now, we are already on Parliament Road. That means then the military are going to take the body of the late president, draped in that Kenyan flag, into the Parliament buildings. By 9 o'clock, we expect President Uhuru Kenyatta to be leading the nation in this solemn occasion. Let's continue with the legacy of the president. Yes.
I remember during the time of Mr. Kenyatta, when this one it came, but that time it was carried by they carried it. The
carriage was
it was pulled by the askari. No, the askari. The askari did it very well. As it was entering, the late President Nyerere, I was attached. Because I was attached to his grouping.
Okay.
When we went to Pan-Africa, alisema nyinyi ona hawa vile wamefanya within this period of CG 20 something days. Look at what the so many few days. Look at the level of precision they have come. He was admiring the way we did that state funeral, because this particular country, in terms of military precision, is only that we don't praise ourselves. If we were, you can definitely agree that they are just tops, and this brings a lot of respect to the international community. So we are normally very critical of ourselves inside here, but over there, I can tell you, my colleagues, I was with the regional commissioner the other side when I was in peace in Nyanza, and you tell me how admirable they are. I gave him a tour of Nyanza for 5 days. 5 days he toured Nyanza. As a neighboring regional commissioner. And I remember him telling me, hao watu wako akisi wanacharasha wanalima hata hapa kwa barabara na wako na napier grass. Why can't you allow me to bring some of them to Tarime? I give them land. But but the president that time felt Mzee Moi, when I consulted, akasema no, don't do that because wakiumizwa kule nani atawatetea. You can remember, you can see
and
that
government must always protect
because he was so much people based. Anaangalia maslahi ya wale watu. But the point here is the admiration of this country, which we who are in do not seem to appreciate. We are so critical, we cannibalize, we are so critical of ourselves, we forget the blessings God has given this country. Maybe I'm talking this way like a provincial commissioner who has seen it on the ground. Unaenda kwa mtoto, ako na malaria, na wanagoja akamba basi, ilete drugs, ilete pesa kutoka Nairobi kwa mtoto wake. You can imagine. And you feel, one time I told the president he put drugs in an aircraft, brought them to Nyanza. Because I was in Homa Bay, hapa Kedubi. This kind of, it affected me. It affected me, so I had now to relate to the president.
And there's a shot of where the body of President Mwai Kibaki will be lying for the next 3 days. Every 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. the public will be able to view the body, and that is from tomorrow and Wednesday. Today is just President Uhuru Kenyatta and senior government officials who will be doing this. But as you can see, again, even here, it's a military event. You don't even see the presence of police officers just around there. This is a purely military event as the military honors its immediate former commander-in-chief. And you've taken me a bit back with some of the things you were talking about the military, and particularly during President Mzee Jomo Kenyatta's time.
Because I was a DO that time.
Because you were a DO that time. And interestingly, again, the president died while in office. The state funerals we have held before of President Moi and now of President Kibaki are of retired presidents. And that time it was a serving president.
The actual, and therefore, in this particular case, during my time, there was always a DO on duty. So that the military, the citizens, they are a bit too hot.
Yes.
They are therefore able to be helped where the citizen is moving in a certain direction. That DO comes in to balance it. Even in State House, we the morning was being done, the viewing was in the State House. You can remember the picture that you can remember very quickly is of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga when he came, and you would see the lining up, kule nje, the handling of the citizens were by the DOs, so that they are able to help the GSU. Because of the levels of protocol. But the sense here that we should not forget, for somebody to reach that level of respect, they must have done a lot to this country. That's why the whole country is at a standstill, low-keyed in a lot of activities, mourning, in recognition. Asante, asante. Ni kama tunamwambia Mwenyezi Mungu asante kwa kutupatia huyu Mkenya, ametufanyia. And the document that I have touched, if you remember no, you are not there. When he was Minister for Finance, he is one person who made us all very proud of when he is reading the budget. Why? He will read it, and then he comes to the time he says, and now we go to the Committee of Ways and Means, the Ways and Means, the way he would increase the prices, say for cigarettes and alcohol, people expected it and they were happy. Because at that time, we were trying to contain alcoholization of this country. Unfortunately, talking like a founder of Nakada, feel very sorry. Yes, very, very sorry.
And we'll talk about that in a bit. But before we, showed the pictures from Parliament, and as you can see now, the casket is being removed from that carriage and will be taken for preparation so that it is kept at that very point to enable the viewing. And you can see a red carpet laid right from the gate of Parliament buildings all the way into the entrance of the chambers is how you see this respect being offered to President Mwai Kibaki. A red carpet right from the entrance of the Parliament buildings as the body is removed from the carriage for preparation ahead of the body viewing. But I remember we were talking about his legacy, Joseph Kaguthi, in terms of education. And you were talking about Clinton when he said, I want to go and see this man who wants to make education free.
Not only that, education. You know, he was a communicator par excellence in my county, Nyandarua. Maybe I take this because I picked it and started propagating it when I was doing the campaign against drug abuse. How did he put it? On alcohol. You know, we had a certain alcohol called Kairase, the one which destroyed the men so badly.
Yes.
There were 5 factories in Naivasha which were competing to bring alcohol to the east. They came to Nyanza, I refused. I don't have the mandate. He said it in a baraza, akasema, wewe ulikunywa leo, unakunywa leo, kesho unakunywa, juzi ulikunywa, hata kesho unataka. What do you think you are? Wachana na hiyo, hata mimi nilikuwa na, wacha hiyo. You know, inakumaliza, itakumaliza. You know, it now is handed over now to us, the bureaucrats, including the chiefs and assistant chiefs. Keep on putting what the president is saying, so that because people listen to their leaders. They listen to them. Why is the president saying like that? And from there, that angle, we would like to see more of leaders who are coming to this country. Keep on telling us. I remember the current president talking about the judiciary, the spirit, and this other one, and its guidance, because they are leaders, they are guided. So all those are now legacies. And if you just pick the Kuta Bukusa alone.
Right. Just a bit, let's just have a listening of what is happening there, the national anthem, as the body makes its way to Parliament.
Or is not here.
All right, those are live pictures from Parliament. As you can see, the body of the late president is already in Parliament, and that will usher in preparations for his body viewing that will be led by President Uhuru Kenyatta. And from what you noticed,